That's hip hop like. You know, say right there, you gotta say it's hot. You know? Right there, it's hot. Right there, it's hot. Let's try them all together. I go, amen. Tick, tock, crit, hip, hop. Right there, I go, amen. I go, amen. I said now tick, tock, crit, cry. Well, here comes the story that's going to rock. When I move, you move, just like that. When I move, you move, just like that. When I move, you move, just like that. Hey, storyteller, what? I'll bring that back. I go, come on. Amen. Come on. When I go, amen. I said now tick, tock, crit, cry, hip, hop. Right there. It's hot. What? Right there. It's hot. Well, here comes the story that's going to rock. When I move, you move, just like that. When I move, you move. Come on, just like that. When I move, you move, just like that. Hey, storyteller, what? Bring that back. We're going to bring you two tellers. Thank you. Two tellers represent just a breadth of the tradition continuing in America. So the first, and I'm basing the stories kind of on what we heard about actually North Africa. So the first story coming to you is going to be about a hare, and it's a resistance story as well with Br'er Rabbit. And then the second story is a historical piece that comes to you in resistance as well from the enslavement period and talking about Harriet. So when we're hearing about our identity, that armor that we need, right? So the first story is presented by our Executive Director, Nanbigne, from New Orleans, and the second by Eileen Evans from West Virginia.
I go.
Amen.
I go.
Amen.
This is the story of Br'er Rabbit and the king. Now, Br'er Rabbit was a trickster, always getting into trouble, always, without a doubt. But he was always able to get out of it. Now, all of his friends knew all about Br'er Rabbit. And by this time, they knew that he was not to be trusted. But one day, Br'er Rabbit was saying, I want to get married. I am going to get married. And he was going around telling all of his friends, I'm going to get married. I need me a wife. And all of his friends looked at him and said, what? Who in their right mind would let you marry their wife? And Br'er Rabbit said, you don't have to worry about a thing. I'm not going to marry any of your daughters. I am going to marry the king's daughter. They stopped. They said, what did you say? That's right, I am going to marry the king's daughter. Right, yeah. So Br'er Rabbit said, I'll show you. So he went to see Br'er. He went to Br'er King and said, Br'er King, I want to marry your daughter. Br'er King looks at him and said, and what makes you think that you are worthy to marry my daughter? I can do anything. There is nothing I cannot do. Br'er King said, I tell you what, you need to bring to me a bag of blackbirds. A bag? I can do that. He said, hold on. And 2 teeth from a rattlesnake. 2 teeth from a rattlesnake. I could do that. And so Br'er Rabbit took off to get the bag of blackbirds. And he went and he went out into the clearing and he looked all around and started this conversation with himself. And, oh no, no. You know, no, we are heavier. No, the blackbird's heavier. No, they're heavier. No. So the blackbirds came out and they looked all around and said, did you say blackbirds? We're right here, and we are heavier than any other birds. don't you come, all of you come right here in this bag, and I'll weigh you first. And then I'll weigh the other birds. And the blackbird said, okay. And they all got into the bag. And Br'er Rabbit said, and he went straight to the king. He said, oh king, here's the bag of blackbirds. King said, oh, I see. And you still have to do what? Bring me 2 teeth from a rattlesnake. Yeah. Okay. So he goes over to Br'er Rattlesnake, goes right up to him. Rattlesnake was asleep. He says, Br'er Rattlesnake, Br'er Snake, Br'er Snake, wake up. I need you to wake up. I got something to tell you. And Br'er Snake said, yeah, I got to tell you, they're talking about you. I got to tell you what they're saying about you. Wow, baby. Yeah. They say that your back is crooked. Yeah, but listen, I can prove that it's not. So he had this stick. He put the stick down, and he said, that stretch out right by this stick. And of course, the snake stretched out by the stick, and he was going like this. Br'er Rabbit was. I want it. It's not your back. It's your teeth. And Br'er Snake said, before he could say anything, Br'er Rabbit snapped out the teeth, and he was on his way to Br'er King. And he goes up to Br'er King. Br'er King, here they are, the 2 teeth from the rattlesnake. Br'er King said, very good. But there's one more thing that you need to do. I have this bag of money. I need you to go and bury it. And Br'er Rabbit said, bury it? Bury it? I can do that. He took the bag and was on his way. And then he had this thought. I'm getting ready to get married. I need a new outfit. I need some money. I got some money right here. I just take this out of here. He opened the bag and out comes 2 dogs. Oh, Br'er Rabbit starts running. He ran so fast, but the dogs were right on him. He got so the dog snapped off his tail. And so Br'er Rabbit no longer has a tail.
Do you recognize this story?
Yes. So you recognize it?
There are parts of it that are part of a story that is almost exactly the same.
Wow.
I have heard their groans and cries. I have seen their tears. And I would give every drop of blood in my veins to set them free. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Good afternoon. Miss Karen asked me if I come here to tell you today a little bit about how I got started on my way. on Underground Railroad. See, it's a long time ago. A few of us be out, moving in the dark of the night, moving through the thick of the woods, watching the sky. I say, follow my hand. See the drinking gourd in the sky? The North Star right beside him. She's showing us the way to freedom. Never mind when them clouds be covering up, they still there. You got to see them in your heart. See, you got a right to be free. You got a right to the tree of life. One day when I was a little girl, I come up to my daddy and I say, Dad, did God make us slaves? Who told you that? See, Daddy gets snappy when he get angry. And he say, what happened? And I say, well, Miss Deborah at the big house, she said that God made black people slaves. And I must obey her if I want to go to heaven. Daddy say, sugar. Only a man can make another man a slave. God got nothing to do with that. What your heart say God be like? You listen to your heart. Can nobody tell you nothing better than that. You got a right, and I got a right. We all got a right to the tree of life. You got a right, I got a right. We all got a right to the tree of life. The very time I thought I was lost, the dungeon shook and the chains fell off. You may hinder me here, but you cannot dare. God in heaven gonna answer prayer. You got a right, I got a right. We all got a right to the tree of life. See, I keep my daddy here. It takes courage to be free. Now, I never run my train off the track. And I never lost a passenger. Besides, once we're on that train, ain't no going back. Because what if you caught or beat? Or maybe you tell them. We going all the way. Broken, bloody, to bruised, we going all the way if I have to carry you all the way. Because once we're on the road, where your mom? Where your daddy? Who God give us is each other. And courage comes from keeping the people that love you here. In your heart, like a light shining bright. You keep that light shining bright, can't nobody make you free. Can't nobody make you do wrong. I remember where we come from, and I remember why we're here. Plantation wake every day to the same side. The fields. Ain't no rain to wet you. Yes, I wanna go home. Ain't no sun to burn you. Yes, I wanna go home. I believe there ain't no stormy weather. Yes, I wanna go home. Ain't no whips a cracking. Yes, I wanna go home. Hear me calling, ain't no tribulation. Yes, I wanna go home. Push along, believer. Yes, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. It was late in the fall and we was all in the barn shucking corn, racing to see who could shuck the most the fastest. When one man stands silent, not joining in the singing. The corn fell from his hand. He said he needs some tobacco for the stove. Next thing, he was gone. Oh, I hoped he made it this time. You see, Jim was a big man, valuable. He'd run away twice before. Last time he made it all the way to Baltimore. Well, we worked together in the fields that summer. And he's the one to tell me how you travel on an underground railroad, conductors and all. By the time overseer noticed that Jim was missing, that bound to be free man had made it across the field. Oh, ride on, ride on, ride on, Moses, ride on, King Emmanuel, wanna go home in the morning. Overseer wasn't expecting no outbreak. He didn't have no horse, he didn't have no gun. He had to take off on foot. And I took off right out behind him. See, I knew where Jim was going. I knew the shortcut. And as I was coming up into the store, I wanted to warn him of the danger there. But before I could tell him anything, the door slammed open, and in stomped the overseer. He take that black snake off his shoulder, say, "I'll whip you good for running away from your work." And he ordered me to help tie Jim up. But I just stood there in the doorway with my arms stretched out. I couldn't move. And Jim, he slipped out the door beside me. Well, seeing that, overseer reached over on the counter and picked up a 2-pound lead weight and he threw it at Jim. He missed Jim, but it hit me right in the middle of the head, and the world went black. Oh Lord, you done took away 2 of my babies. Please don't take this one too. See, I woke up to the sound of my mama singing and praying and rocking me there in her arms. And they brought my little crumbled heap of bones in there to mama. There was so much blood everywhere. They were sure I was going to die. But mama never lost hope. She just kept praying, tending me when she could, coming in from the fields. She even made Daddy risk hunting on Master's land so she could feed me some proper nourishing food. Little by little, I healed up. But I was never the same after that. See, I have sleeping spares. And I fall asleep right in the middle of anything without any warning, and nobody can wake me up till I wake up by myself. Not even the lash have an effect. But if you call my name softly, I might be still. First time it happened, Mama liked to die of fright. She found me standing up in the yard, bucket in hand, on way to get some water. Asante. Well, Mama just take off the holler until help come. The Master had no use for me now. He didn't want nobody to make no kind of trouble, and I was trouble. He started bringing buyers around to the quarters trying to sell me. He'd bring them buyers around. They'd look you over, take their hands, like they would a mule or a horse or a goat. He'd bring them buyers around. I just that kind of silly, kind of woozy. Well, I figured that was the only way to keep from being sold, taken away from my family. One man says, she ain't even worth a 6 pence. I wonder what he think I was worth now. I prayed for him, Master. But he kept bringing them buyers around, bringing them around. And once I changed my prayer, I said in my mind, if you can't make him a good man, put him out the way.
All right.
And it was soon after that Master died. See, prayer, powerful thing. And I know it was my prayers that put him down. And then I prayed for the good Lord to clean my heart, to sweep it till it was pure and clean. Because can't nobody free your heart but God's with you. Nobody. If there's anybody here like weeping Mary, call upon your Jesus, and he'll draw nigh. If there's anybody here like weeping Mary, call upon your Jesus, and he'll draw nigh. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory be to God who lives on high. Since I couldn't Master couldn't sell me. He let me hire myself out for work. That way he could make some profit off of me. Daddy Ben got me hired by the man he worked for, Jim Stewart, over on the Stewart plantation. See, my daddy cut timber. He was foreman over the other men running them logs on down the Chesapeake. And Mr. Stewart started me out in the big house. But I hate that inside work. I asked him if I could work outside with the men in the forest and the fields. And he let me try. And I proved to be more worth than many of them men. But I had to set aside my hoping for escape. You see, I was afraid I might have one of my sleeping spells on the road somewhere and not wake up in time to save myself. But I couldn't stop thinking and dreaming. And the same dream come to me night after night. See, I'd be flying, floating up over cotton fields, cornfields, up over the river and on, just like a bird. And then I'd come to a river or a fence, and then I'd start sinking down, lose, and I just couldn't make it. And then ladies dressed in white would appear. With outstretched arms, they reached out, grabbed a hold, and pulled me across. I held on to them dreams. So that's the only part of me that was really mine. Slave master can take your body, but he can't have your heart, your soul, your mind, lest you give it up. That belong to nobody but you. Got to have your own mind. See our people in the sky, take a hand and follow on. New the morning of the dawn. New the morning of the dawn. Angels, calling for a song to lift up a heart. Hey, take your breath. Now say this after me. All night.
All night.
All day.
All day.
Angels watching over me.
Angels watching over me.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. See, when I can hear you, I can feel you. And it lifts up your heart. Well, come on, put some more into it. Come on. Stretch up. Put your hands, push up the sky. It's just pushing down on you. Keep pushing till you're all the way up on your feet. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's it. Keep pushing. That's it. Now, come on again. All night.
All night.
All day.
All day.
Angels watching over me.
Angels watching over me.
Oh, it's getting better. Now, you say it's the natural fact. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. Now, take your breath. And the sound go like this. All night, all day.
All night, all day.
This sound a little weak. Take a breath. Make it strong. Here, let's take this together. See, we sing together, breathe together, move together, give you strength. It take the aching out your weak. It take the weak out your back. It make us one. All night, all day.
All night, all day.
Angels watching over me, my Lord.
Angels watching over me, my Lord.
All night,
All day. All night, all day.
angels
Watching over me. Angels watching over me.
when I lay me down to sleep, Lord.
Angels watching over me, my Lord.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Angels watching over me.
All night,
All day.
angels
Watching over me, my Lord. All night, all day. Angels watching over me.
You see that song lift up your heart. It make you strong. You hear? Well, take your rest. They come and word from the grapevine said I've been sold south. Now y'all know what the grapevine is, don't you? Young man, I saw one right about inside. come to the end of the road where I was working and say, Miss Hatch, you done being so south. You leaving Monday with the chain gang. I thanked him. Now y'all know what the chain gang is, don't you? No? But here, stand up right there. You see a chain gang, and you face this way. See, there be a band of iron with a lock and a length of chain. And another band of iron and a lock and a length of chain. And another band of iron and a lock and a length of chain. And so they would be moving. And also on the wrist with a length of chain. On the ankle with the length of chain. And they have to shuffle. Because if one foot go forward, what happened to the other foot? You better come. There ain't nothing between that iron band and your flesh. That's why we sing. Stay together, move together, feel together, be one so that people stay safe. You don't go too fast. You have a chance to make it. Because what happened if she stumbles? So we sang. Walk together, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, children, don't you get weary. We can be in the promised land. See, the chain gang would move people from one place to another in such a way. Thank you. I take the young man at his word. Because we know from the grapevine, they're telling us something that could save our lives. He got a message that's truth, moving stealthily, swiftly, secretly, not being seen, coming or going. And it gave me enough time to prepare. I got my quilt, my ticket bag, little bit of money I had left for my savings, and I made for the Quaker woman's house. The Quaker woman. The day she asked me about a scar on my forehead, and I told her the story of how I had been hit, struck. She said if I ever need help, I should come to her. And I knew what she meant when she glanced up at the office. She would help me escape. Well, excited, I come home. I tell my husband, John, that we could both go north to freedom now. Have a real life. That I knew a woman who would help us. But my husband, John, just turned cold on me. He said, happy first tell your master if you do. I couldn't believe what I heard. But the look in his eyes told it all. He truly was. You see, John Tubman was a free man, born free, his mama free, his daddy free. But he angered with me for wanting to be free. And my soul lit in the flame. With or without him, I would not let go of my dream. I meant to be free. I determined there was two things I had a right to. Liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would have the other. I would die trying. I prayed, Lord, I'm holding steady on to you, and when the time comes for you to take me, I'll be ready to go. Because no man take me live unless you pick the time. See, children, freedom a precious thing. And I grew up like a neglected weed, ignorant to liberty, having no experience of it. Then I was not happy or contented. Every time I saw a white man, I was afraid of being carried away. Two sisters carried away in a chain gang, and one of them left behind two little children. We was always uneasy. Now, I met hundreds of escaped slaves, but I never met one willing to go back and be us. And so I gathered up my things and I made my way to that Quaker woman's house. I circled around to make sure there was no dogs and no voices, and knocked on the door. Who is it? It's Harry from Doc Thompson's place. The door opened slowly, and a smiling, pearly white face peeked out at me, looked me over with my quilt and ticking bag and all, and asked me to come in. And as I rested myself at her table, she wrote two names on a piece of paper and handed them to me. You see, this was a station on the Underground Railroad, and she told me how to get to the next station. Here I was thinking the Underground Railroad was made of iron and steel, when all the while it was made of flesh and blood. People, folks, some black, some white, some even red, but they was determined to help others find their way safely. I I never could repay her. She set my feet solid on the road, and I gave her the only beautiful thing I had. I gave her my quilt. And following her directions, I traveled all through the thick of the night and many more nights. And I walked, and I walked, and I walked, until I walked into the free state of Pennsylvania. And there was such a glory over everything. Tears just run down my face. The sun come like gold through the trees and over the fields. This was heaven. My Lord, what a morning. My Lord, what a morning. My Lord, what a morning. When the stars begin to fall. See, I'd crossed that line. The line that I dreamt about for so long. I was free. But there was no one there to take my hand. You see, my mama, my daddy, all the people I knew were still in the quarters suffering. And as I rested on that cold ground that night, I had a new dream come to me. With God's help, I could make a home in the North. I could go back and get them and as many others as I could to come up with. Well, God helping me. That's what I done. And every time we cross over that line, we sing glory to God and Jesus too, because one more soul got safe. Oh, go on and spread the news, because one more soul got safe. And now you on that train, calling people in, giving them shelter and a place to be, to know they matter, and they are people that love them. So just take this one. That's a train. Sit up tall. Take your breath. See, ain't no breath, ain't no life, ain't no. And that sound is a record of our breath of life. So sit up there and make your breath go like this. Well, just stick a little. So we stay together. Same train, carry my mama, same train, same train.
Same train, carry my mama, same train, same train.
Same train, carry my mama, same train, same train.
Same train, carry my mama, same train, same train.
Same train, carry my mama, same train. Be back tomorrow.
Same train, carry my mama, same train. Be back tomorrow.
Same train,
Same train,
same train.
same train,
Same train.
same train.
You ready to get on board?
I'm ready.
All right, let's hook on. We gotta go. We got someplace to go.
Same train,
Same train, bound for glory.
same train, same train. Same train, bound for glory. Same train, same train. Same train, bound for glory. Same train.
Back tomorrow.
Same train, same train. Same train. Same train, same train. Same train, same train. Same train, carry my father. Same train, same train. Same train, carry my father. Same train, same train. Same train, carry my father. Same train, be back tomorrow. Same train, same train.
When we tell this type of storytelling, then they're asked us to break character to become the scholar under the research and the portrayal. But when I am working with the young people, and we're talking a lot about teaching and educating, this is a way for us to say, what was the Underground Railroad made of? They look around and they see people, all kinds of people, every age, every color, every occupation. And we say, well, how does a train run? We use the word in a way that has more than one meaning, but all of the parts of it fit together. That's the genius of this way of telling a story. When we say grapevine, because that describes it very well, in detail. A grapevine, when it hits something, does it stop? It keeps. Can you see the tracks for this train? Can't see the tracks, but somebody got to know which way to go. And what do you call that person? Maybe the conductor, could be the driver, could be the engineer. Who gonna keep that train so that it can keep going? Who stokes the train? Who shovels the coal? They call him the fireman. But you see, and how many passengers we got this time? You can't take too many at a time because then we might be. Now, where we stop, what you call that place? Station. Who takes care of the place where you stop to keep it safe? Station. So we're using the word with great meaning. And I just wanted to thank you again for the invitation to be here and share our story.
I don't know whether